I want to tell you how you can figure it out yourself if you are going to be great or not. And this information I'm going to share with you, if you think through it, you will realize that what I'm telling you is true. You see, when it comes to greatness, it starts with your mindset. Because as a man thinks in his heart, that is who he is. You are what you think of yourself. You see, but you want to find out if you're going to be great. First of all, when you find out that the government is about to raise tax on the rich, or the government is raising tax on the rich, or the government is tasking the rich people, and this gets you excited, and this kind of just give you something like excitement inside of you. You feel very happy. You feel like, yes, they have to pay the tax. Yes, they're making too much. They have to pay tax. It gives you excitement. If you are this person, this is one of the signs that you can never become what you condemn. It's one of the signs that you can never get rich. Because first of all, once the government is asking the rich people to pay tax, that should give you a sign of concern or worried. Why? Because you begin to think, oh, so one day, if I suddenly or someday, if I became rich, or rather, if I become rich, so this is how the government will be tasking me as well. Or this is how the government is going to tax me in the future if I make money or if I become great. You see now, your mind is already telling you that what is happening to this rich person, you might likely be a victim of it, which means in your mind, you know that someday you will also get to that position. So you are already being worried about that. So, but when in your mind, you don't think or you don't even expect that someday in some days in your life, you are going to be in that position. So it gives you excitement. It's like getting excited like your enemy is falling. So it gives you excitement. You see, now if that makes you, if taxing the rich gives you excitement, it's a sign that you can never become rich. Because why? You can never become what you condemn. If I condemn stealing, there's no way I'm going to steal. So if I rejoice over stealing, someday I might steal. So because what you appreciate is what you will attract. I give you an example. The government put a law and said that 2 years, nobody is going to travel out of the country. They put a ban on the country that nobody is going to travel out of the country. And you are not having any plan to travel. You don't even think you're going to travel. You are not even thinking of traveling. But somehow you just stumble over a news that said that the government had just passed a law that nobody's going to travel for 2 years out of the country. You will be worried. And you will be like, why? No, the government cannot put that. The government cannot say we can't travel. The government cannot say I'm not allowed to travel. If I want to travel, I'm free to travel. I can travel. So you are already complaining. But did you plan any traveling? No. Did you plan to travel? No. Are you thinking of traveling? No. There's something in you is telling you that somehow, this law might affect you because you may decide to travel. This law might affect you because something is telling you, what if tomorrow you have to travel? Maybe something just come up or maybe money just comes around. You decide to go on holiday. So does it mean that by this law, I can't travel? So no, you will fight against the law. Why? Because there is something in you telling you that there is possibility that you might travel. And if this law stands, it might affect you. So you are already protesting. You are already protesting against the law because you know that there's a chances that you may decide to travel and that law might stop you. So the same way also go when you hear that they give the rich tax to pay and it gets you excited. It's because you don't think you can get rich someday. It's because you don't believe that someday you're going to get rich. So that is why when they put the law on the rich, it gets you excited because you don't wish you will be rich someday. But if you wish you will be rich someday, automatically you know that that same law will definitely somehow caught up with you. You see, the same way if you look at some people, when they are working in a company, you see that when they are working in a company, they don't follow the rules, they steal from the companies, what they're supposed to do right, they don't do it right. Everything they are doing are things that does not actually work in the interest of the company. Or the things they are doing are things that may likely bring down the growth of the company. Why are they doing that? Because in their mind, they believe that if this company fold up, I'm moving on to go and look for another job somewhere and get another job. Because they never think that someday they might be in a position of owning a company. So by so doing, they are doing to that company what they never expect might come back to them because they don't believe they are going to own a company. So some people, even when you give them an opportunity to own a company, they might reject it. Why? Because each time they remember what they are doing to other people's company they've worked for, there's something telling them that people will also do it to them. That's why you see people who lies, they find it difficult to believe people when they are telling them truth because that is who they are. So when you are telling them the truth, they think everybody around them is a liar. So you see that this is one of the fastest way you can know if you are going to be great, deeper. Because as you think in your heart, that is eventually what you will become. Think straight. I remain your humble Pastor Chris Ozeku, the voice to the nation and the vessel of power. Please share this message to reach out to one or two persons out there. And as you do, the Lord will bless you. And know every hand that click the share button and share this video. Believe me when I tell you this, that hand will never labor in vain. You are blessed for life. Amen.